back to Healthy with Nicole. In today's video, I wanted to talk about fasting and all the different types of fasting that you might experience. So there are a lot of different versions of fast that people do. All of them have health benefits of some sort. And it kind of depends on what your goal is and what your experience is with fasting. So let me just cover a few of them. First of all, there's water fasting, which is simply eating nothing and drinking only water for an extended period of time. So water fasting is very difficult in my opinion because you lose a lot of electrolytes and you get tired and headachy. So I don't recommend this for most people. A modified version of the water fast would be just fasting on liquid. So this is where you would continue to drink things like herbal tea, coffee, mineral water, electrolyte water, but still having no calories in. So that is the type of fasting for extended fasting that we usually practice, that I usually practice. Some people also do a fat fast where they would things like bulletproof coffee. They would have fat in their diet, but no protein and no other macronutrients. So obviously no carbs, no sugar, but they would only have fat in their diet. And the point of this is to help to balance your blood sugar. So if you're someone that has had diabetes or high levels of blood sugar or maybe pre-diabetes, and you don't necessarily want to fast or lose weight, but you want to balance your blood sugar, you could have some fat only. So you might have like a MCT oil or coconut oil or butter or ghee or something like that, where you're only pretty much getting in the fat, and some people do put it into their coffee. So fat fast is another version. Some people even do a juice fast where they're drinking vegetable and fruit juices. This is not going to be effective for balancing your blood sugar because every time that you have sugar coming from a fruit or vegetable, your blood sugar goes up and your insulin goes up. In my experience, this makes fasting very difficult. The more that your insulin goes up, the more that your blood sugar goes down afterwards, and that's where you get that really hungry, nauseated, headachy feeling. So I do not recommend juice fast. I feel like they are really making it more difficult for people, but some people might do well with it. And then there's the dry fasting where people don't consume any food and don't drink any liquids at all. So this is a pretty difficult fast for most people, and you will do it for shorter periods of time. We all typically dry fast every night when we go to bed, unless you're waking up during the night to drink fluids. From the time you go to bed till the time you wake up and make your first drink, you're pretty much doing a dry fast. So people will add on to that to do dry fasting. And again, this is therapeutic. This is for healing. And it does encourage your body to lose more body fat as it's burning body fat for fuel and hydration. So those are some of the different kinds of extended fasts that some people practice. There's also the intermittent fast, which is a great stepping stone to practice until you work your way up to more of an extended fast. So intermittent fasting is usually where you're eating every day or at least every other day. And that way you're not going too long without food, usually no more than 48 hours. So an intermittent fast might look like this. You finish your dinner, say 6 p.m., and then you go to the next morning, you skip breakfast, and then you go straight to lunch. So you might have a fasting window of something like 16 to 20 hours. And during this time, it's a great way to get your blood sugar down, to start to tap into the body fat for fuel, maybe, depending on how much is in your system already. And also just limiting your caloric intake for the day. So great weight loss strategy. Doesn't do as much for healing as a longer fast would, but still has plenty of benefits. Another version of intermittent fasting would be, instead of the varied amounts of time in the window, it would be days. So you could do alternating day fasting where you might eat on Monday, fast on Tuesday, eat on Wednesday, fast on Thursday. These are really effective for weight loss because you are consuming way less calories, and during that time, your body tends to get into that ketosis faster because hopefully you're eating a low glycemic, a low carb diet, so that your body can use the body fat for fuel faster. Those types of diets are a little bit more effective with autophagy and getting the healing component in your body. So we will usually do it that way if you're looking for more of a healing aspect. Another way to do the fast is somewhere in between the intermittent fasting and the extended fasting, where you put the two blocks together. So block fasting. This is where you might do 2 of your 24-hour fasts right next to each other. So you're effectively getting a 48-hour fast and even maybe to 72 hours. So this is getting into the extended fast, much more effective for rapid weight loss, for healing the body, for healing the gut, and to getting that autophagy that helps with anti-aging and everything else. So lots of different kinds of fasts. There isn't really a right way to do it. It's just a matter of what is your goal, what do you want to accomplish with this, and how experienced are you at fasting. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you click the subscribe button below and the little bell that will alert you when any of my new videos come out.